anti-Semitism over the past few months, and you can fight it by confronting it, by condemning it, or you can do it by asserting, by living proudly as Jews, and by showing we are not going to be intimidated, we are not going to be afraid, we are going to go on being Jews.
Is it worth the risk to hold public gatherings that could be so potentially targeted?
I believe it is. There's a famous aphorism in which Rabbi Akiva compares the Jews to being like fish without water, without the Torah, without living as Jews. Jews are fish out of water. Living as Jews is what we do. It is Jewish continuity, is Jewish pride. Without it, we cease to exist.
I think people may be taking for granted our freedom to be Jewish compared to other cities in Western Europe, for instance.
Absolutely, there are so many places in Europe where Jews live in fear, where Jews hide, where Jews live behind walls, and yes, we have armed security, we have armed guards. We are still out here, we are still showing we're not just going to be Jews behind closed doors, we're going to be Jews in public, and we're going to be proud of it. Well, it shows that hope is now lost. So many people are afraid that America is going the way of Europe, going the way of places where Jews have been driven out. We're still here, we're not being driven out. We're still here, we're making a stand. I'm not at all confident. There are going to be lots of challenges ahead. It is going to be tough. But we have to remember we're fighting in two ways. We're fighting by going after the enemy, but also by being ourselves. And when we have these two things together, we know the way forward.
What do you think about the level of vigilance that's being taught to the yeshiva kids?
It's really important. The reality is it's dangerous out there, and it's easy for students to become dejected, to feel like they're a persecuted minority, like there's nothing good about being Jewish. And this shows the opposite. It shows students the important part, that being Jewish is worth fighting for.
Do you think the kids should be learning more than just Torah? Should they be learning self-defense?
I mean, that's part of it, obviously. You need to be able to defend yourself. You need to be able to defend your Jewishness. So when they were building the Beis HaMikdash, the second Beis HaMikdash, there were people who had spears, and they had spears half the time, and they were building the Beis HaMikdash the other half of the time.
How good are we doing at preparing our warriors?
There's a lot more we need to do, but people are starting to wake up, which is very important.
Hey,